Greetings and salutations, fellow Homo sapiens. Yeah, okay, I know, I'm not the usual guy. I'm a different guy. First off, an introduction. My name is Will. Hello. Now, what you're normally used to seeing on this channel is Johnny going through instances as a tank, showing people how to tank. Now, I got in touch with him via YouTube and via WoW, basically saying, would you like to set up some kind of collab where you do the tanking side of things and I do the healing type of things? He reluctantly said yes. So here I am. Basically what my plan is to show how easy healing is, and there's no reason why there should be any hesitation towards going into an instance as a healer, especially at low level. Now this run I'm doing right here is a Wailing Caverns run. Got it on the random and it's relatively simple. I already did a Dead Mines run and that video is on my channel. That was basically like an, for lack of a better word, audition run. So Johnny could see that, hey, I'm not just after his account. I actually really wanted to get into this. So I'm playing a Blood Elf Priest. It's Holy and it's level 17 at the start of this. Now, I'll start with talking about what you need in order to heal. Now, unfortunately, there's no 12 ways about it. You need add-ons. You need either Healbot or Grid/Click. I'm pretty sure there's others out there, but they're the two main. I'm currently using Grid and Click. If you look to the right hand side of the screen, there's a list of my party, and that's where my cursor's been used, and that's Grid. Basically comes up with a list of the people in your party and enables you to target them via this interface. Now you can combine that with a mod called Click. What that can do is bind certain spells to your mouse and keyboard buttons, so when you hover over certain people you can use that spell on that person by pressing the related button. I've realised I managed to actually make that slightly confusing, but hey, it's really simple. Now the problem I have with that is, in order to heal you have to have these add-ons. You can just about manage to wing it at a low level. Maybe if you're super amazing you can manage to do it at a higher level, but in raids and in hard heroics, not a chance. You need these add-ons. I don't think that's fair, to be honest. I always thought that you should have everything in the game that you need in order to play the game properly. Sure, there's add-ons here and there that make it slightly easier, but it should always be an option. It shouldn't be a necessity. But anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here. My whole point is to talk about healing. Healing is 95% simple, and the reason why it's 95% simple is because 95% of the time you'll be doing absolutely bugger all. You'll be spamming a few heals in the tank and nothing will happen. You can even do a few bits of damage here and there, but you'll get this one random pack, or this one random boss which will just torture everybody, and you'll be like, whoa, why is everybody taking so much damage? Or you'll get one random DPS who does something stupid, and it's your choice whether you want to, keep him alive and speed the run up, or just let him die because he's an idiot. I usually choose the latter. I don't mind waiting. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the heals you actually have at the moment. I'm level 17, bordering 18, and the 4 heals that I have are Power Word Shield, which is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a shield that you place on the target and it absorbs damage. I've also got Renew, which is a heal over time. You place that on the target and again does what it says, it heals over time. I've also got Flash Heal, which is a very expensive and very fast cast large heal. It should be used really when someone is taking a lot of damage and is close to dying. If you do spam it, you will run out of mana so fast, so it should only really be used in emergencies. And the last heal is just the most boring, bland move in the game. It's called Heal. Now that is actually one of the best moves that you've got, because you can spam that and you'll very rarely run out of mana for using it. It doesn't necessarily heal for a lot, but it is very efficient. And also later on you get certain abilities that proc off using spells, and if you're spamming heal, chances are they're going to proc off using heal, so get into the habit of using heal as much as possible. Power Word Shield is not necessarily that important if you're holy, because it can kind of drain your mana if you're using it too much. It's more of a discipline spell. In fact, it's one of your main discipline spells, but that's another ball game, to be honest. Renew should be on the tank at all times, in my opinion. Doesn't really cost a lot, and I think later on you get abilities that if you're spamming heals, it keeps the renew on the tank so you don't have to refresh it, which is fair pro. Now I've skipped forward here to the next boss. Well, I say a boss, but in low level dungeons there's no proper bosses, they're just mobs with higher health that drop loot. While I'm on the topic of loot, actually, I'm going to repeat what I said in my video that I made on my own channel. When you're doing low level dungeons, you must seriously refrain from getting loot hungry, which basically means don't go all emo if you don't get the loot you want, because you will replace it really, really quickly. There's a small problem at the moment with low level instances where anybody can roll need on anything, which is very, very bad. Now at this boss, a cloth chest piece drops, which is being, yes, intellect, spirit, stam, definitely what a priest wants. Spirit is like the main healing stat. Unfortunately, a boomkin druid rolls on it. A druid uses leather, and they roll on it as cloth, which kind of irritates me. Luckily, I do win it, which is, you know, a nice bonus. If I hadn't have won it, I would have just said, hey, who cares? Because you also get a robe from the quest at the end, which is fine. But if this happens to you, just shrug it off. You'll get better later on. Trust me. There's no point in going crazy. Also, there's the bag if you do a random dungeon. You get a bag at the end which has a high chance of dropping something good. One thing I will point out though, I've just noticed, is the warlock in this group has a habit of constantly spamming life tap, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a move that takes health off them and gives them mana, which is great for them. It's not very good for you, considering you have to make it up. They also have a move that heals them, but this warlock refrained from using it. But hey, it gave me something to heal, so I didn't get bored. Cut forward to the turtle boss, which dropped a shield for the lucky tank. Congrats, Mr. Him. Yeah, not really much to really say about this place. It's a fair boring instance. It was even more boring before, until they removed the maze section. Oh, that was so annoying. It wasn't that bad really. It was just really, really big. I'm actually glad they got rid of the maze section. I've cut forward yet again to me picking up some quest items. Why have I skipped forward to quest items, you ask? Well, basically, you will notice that right at the very start, everybody picked up the quests at the start, and from that point, it's a little bit of a free-for-all to who gets it. But chances are they've made sure that there's enough in the instance for everybody to get. So I wouldn't go too crazy like, oh my god, he stole it, oh my god, you've got 7 and I've only got 2, give me. No, just wait it out. Like, you just saw there was like 4 in a row and nobody else went to them because they'd all already had them, and I got mine. We have here a dinosaur boss by the name of Scum, which is not a very pleasant name. I wouldn't want to be called Scum, but hey, that's the name Blizzard gave it. It also runs away in fear, which I've never really understood that mechanic, to be honest. It makes it seem like, don't kill me, and then you just slaughter it while it's running away scared. But oh well. Dropped a nice little dagger. I don't think anyone actually got it. For about the 4th or 5th time, I've cut forward to these Druid of the Fang. They've been throughout the entirety of the instance, and they actually cast 2 really, really awkward moves. The first one is obviously a healing touch, which I try to interrupt with my chastise there, but also cast Druid Slumber, which puts a random person to sleep, which would be really, really, okay if I had Dispel magic, but at this level of the game I don't have Dispel. I'll be talking more about Dispel when I do actually get it, but it's really, really good, and can save lives. Dispel magic, it saves lives. Oh, it should be like a motivational poster. Oh look, another cut. Interrupting that heal with Chastise has actually reminded me to talk about the level 10 spec defining move for Holy, which is Holy Word Chastise. Just using it on a normal mob will just incapacitate it for a few seconds. Oh look, level 18, yay. I get Holy Fire, score. I'll talk about that when I actually get it. So yeah, chastise. It'll incapacitate someone if you just use it on them for a few seconds, and any damage will interrupt it, and also does a bit of damage. It's actually a fair good move for leveling. However, later on, once you get a chakra and a few more talents, depending on what chakra state you're in, it will turn chastise into certain other abilities. Now I will talk about that in a later video when I actually get chakra, because I fully don't understand it. Like I said, I have a Shadow Priest as a main, however I don't know how to heal. It's the whole point in making this character, so I can learn how to heal myself. Oh look, the gigantic air quotes ender boss. Big, giant, I don't know, swamp thing? The only thing it really does is hit the tank a bit, which you need to heal, and does entangling roots, which is pointless considering the tank's going nowhere. Now I could dispel that entangling roots if I had dispel. I love dispel magic, and it pains me not being able to have it. It also hits the group for a fair bit. This is actually a fair good example of healing, because it hits the group and hits the tank fair hard, so you do actually have to heal. This is what I was on about with the 95% thing. For this entirety of this instance, I've done fair bugger all, but this one mob has caused a lot of trouble. Look, it drops an amazing cloak as well with stamina and spirit. I get very, very lucky in this run. I get quite a lot of items. Now I actually lied earlier when I said that was the end boss. No, the end boss is yet to come. You basically start off this patrol with this Torren guy dude, and he runs off and summons the end boss. After a very brief gauntlet thing of wave and wave of mobs, this giant murloc thing appears, and that's the end guy. It's a nice little dungeon, really, really long, only worth doing once just for the quests, but yeah, that's healing for you. Also, he drops some shoulders, which the druid rolls on again, and I win, because, well, right is on my side, I'm not going to lie to you. But even if I hadn't won, I wouldn't have complained, because I would have got better later on. So yeah, that's me done for the day. Hope you enjoyed my little video. Time to exit that place. It weren't too bad, like I said, it took a fair while. I think it took about 30-40 minutes. Let's see what I got in the bag. Nice sexy belt, like I said. Absolutely pimped out in this run. Got so many items, so can't really complain. So yeah guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Bye.